Hello guys, welcome back to PyMate. Previous video we introduced about programming and programming concept, that is algorithms, flowchart, and some semantics and syntaxes. Now we are going to introduce Python. So how Python is evaluated and how Python is created, and so in this tutorial we are going to introduce the Python programming. Let's see one by one. Actually, Python is created in the late 1980s, so that is in the period of 1985 to 1990 by Guido van Rossum at CWI in Netherlands as a successor to ABC programming language. So Python didn't come directly; it is successor to ABC programming language. It is a very high level language and general purpose. It became, because of the availability of all the rich libraries, it became very popular. And some facts about Python is currently most widely used in multipurpose and high level programming language because every library is available in Python. Not only single library, it is not restricted to a single application. Python is available with multiple applications. Like if you want game development, just Pygame is there. Do you want data analytics? Yes, some data manipulation libraries are there. Do you want automation? Yes, automation tools are there in Python. You want web development? Yes, the web development tools are available. But that is a Django framework. And most of the things are covered in Python. That is why it became very popular and multi-purpose used programming language. And Python allows object-oriented programming and procedure programming. It's not only restricted to OOPS concept like Java, it also provides procedural paradigms. And the Python programs are very smaller than other languages like C, Java, C++. If you compare to all the other languages with Python language programming is very smaller compared to with them. Like if Java contains 5 lines or 6 lines. Coming to Python contains only single line to print any name or any statement. But other languages requires it minimum 3 or 4 lines. And so we need only single line to print something in Python. That is why thus the user requires to write only few statements, few lines when compared to other programming language, which makes very readable to all the time. Python is readable to all the time. And Python language is being used by almost all the gained companies, like very big companies like Amazon, Google, Facebook, Instagram, Uber, Dropbox. You know all how much these companies are generating revenue, how much big they are. So these popular and big companies are also using Python programming language for their development. And the biggest strength of Python is huge collection of standard libraries like the trending technologies which we are using now, machine learning, that is, and scientific computing, and GUI applications like Kiwi, Tkinter, PyQt. All these are the libraries available in Python. And web frameworks like Django used by YouTube, Instagram, Dropbox for their development. And image processing like OpenCV, Pillow library in Python, and web scraping like Scrappy, Beautiful Soap, Selenium. All these things are used for web scraping, like to extract data from online, from other websites or something else. And test frameworks for a testing purpose we use this. And multimedia and text processing and many more. Many applications and many libraries are developed in Python because it is open source. First of all, because of its open source facility, so many libraries are developed and it became very popular within a less period of time. And coming to features of Python, it is interpreted. It is not like other languages where they are there will be two steps for other languages, compilation and execution. But coming to Python, it is only interpretation will be there. That means there are no separate compilation and execution steps for other as like other languages. And it is platform independent. That means if you run this program, if you write a program on one platform, and it can run other platform also. Like if you run the program in one device, the program can run on other device also, not only restricted to the device. It is called platform independent. It can run anywhere. And it is, as I say, free and open source. There is no subscription for Python usage and there is no any fee for this. It is free and open source. Anyone can install, anyone can develop if anyone wants to contribute to Python. That is the greatness of Python. And high level language. That means no need to take care of about low level details like memory management and small things no need to deal in Python. That means memory management is inbuilt in Python. We externally no need to take care of that. And it is very simple. It is like just English like words will be used in this programming language, so that it became very easy to learn and very easy to understand. And it is embeddable. Embeddable means the Python can be used within other programming language also. Like if you want to use in web designing, you can use within the HTML, use Python language. Within the HTML also you can use Python language. And within C or Java, all scripting other languages also you can use for scripting capabilities. And Python is robust. That means it can handle exceptions also, and memory management is inbuilt for the Python. And rich library support. Yes, so many libraries are available in Python. It supports all the general purpose applications. Let's see what are the libraries available in this. So, various things involving regular expressions, email documentation generation, unit testing, threading, databases, web browsers. CGI means common gateway interface. XML means extended markup language. HTML, hypertext markup language. WAV files, cryptography, GUI, graphical user interface, ML, DL, AI, machine learning, deep learning, artificial intelligence libraries, and image manipulation libraries, and many more available in Python language. And coming to applications, just as I said, web development. If you want web development, just you can develop websites and all the things related to web designing with Python or with the help of Django framework. And game development, very flexible library is there in Python, that is Pygame library. With using Pygame library, you can design very graphical interfaces for user attractivity in game development. So many things are there, like scientific and numerical applications. If you want scientific applications and scientific calculations, you can use SciPy library in Python, and numerical application NumPy library is available in Python. And coming to artificial intelligence and machine learning, for these things we have libraries like Keras for deep learning and sklearn, scikit-learn for machine learning. And software development, by using all these applications you can develop specific software applications and enterprise level business applications. Like if you want to automate your enterprise, or if you want to design some applications for your firm, then you can easily develop with Python. And education programs like training courses and academic courses, all those things can be developed with Python. And language development, specifically language development can be also done with Python. And operating systems, operating systems can be developed with Python. Like we are having Ubuntu and Windows. If you check the Ubuntu files inside file system, you can see Python program files. You can see there. So many files will be there. That means that OS was developed with Python. Like that, so many things can be developed with Python. And web scraping applications, like I said, Scrappy, Beautiful Soap, Selenium, all those things can be used to web scraping, data extraction through web, and image processing, graphic design applications, and many more. Image processing means Pillow library, PIL is there, and graphic design, GUI application. For this, PyQt is there, Kiwi is there. All those applications can be designed with all which libraries which are available in Python. That is, all the libraries whichever you use, whichever you want in general life or business life, everything can be done with Python only. So this is a flexibility and availability of rich libraries in Python. So for this Python, if you want to know more things and if you want to documentation for Python, you can check here. And actually Python was developed as Python 2.1 version. So and then gradually it was upgraded up to Python 2.7, and then onwards it became as Python 3. Something, Python 3. Plus, Python 3.0, Python 3.1, Python 3.5, all the things. The current release is Python 3.9.5. This is currently using release. You can check here with for documentation. You can click here, and for release for Python 2.7 release you can download here, and Python 3 you can find here documentation, and for if you want to install, download and install, you can find here. And if you want to hold information about Python, you can refer these links, python.org. So this official website is python.org for Python. So this is all about today's tutorial, and these are all the things about Python. Today we discussed about Python facts and Python features and Python, how it is created and where we can find Python. So these are the details about Python programming. So we can discuss more the things in next video. Until then, bye bye. Thank you so much.